Hi, today I'm going to give you a very short introduction to AsanPlot version 1.1. It's a free plotting software based on Matplotlib, and so you can get some information about it or download it if you go to my own page here, or you can go to the GitHub page here and get some, again, more information there. And then to download it also you can click on the release and go and until you get the asset and download it, or just here you can click on here and download it. So it's, as I said, it's a plotting software, and on the background it uses the Matplotlib for do all the plotting and customization. So here very quickly I will go through the menus first. So it's the file, so it's the data, so you can browse data, import data, export data, or generate data. The pre-process basically is if you have bad data and you want to remove bad data or replace bad data, you can use that. The plot, you have different types of plot here that you can choose from each of them based on what you need. To customize that after you plot and you need to make any changes into the plot, you can use them here. The analysis at the moment only has the histogram, so the curve fitting is planned for future. The signal processing, you have the paraspectral density and fast Fourier transform for now, and the other for the future. Map plotting, you can do some topographic map here, or you can do the world map and then some help here that you can see. So the very first step that you want to do is that you have some data to plot it. So for that, either you can come here, click on browse data, or browse data here, the same thing. So if you click on browse data, the data browser open, and you can enter any data you want here directly, whatever data you want. Or so if you don't have many data, you can put them here manually. If you have the data already saved, so you can either click here import data, or come here and click here import data. So import data browser opens. At the moment it can open a couple of file formats. So you can CSV, text file, the Matplotlib file, the NumPy file, or any ASCII file. So assume, for example, I have this CSV file, I want to open it. Just answer this question here. For example, here data has a header. Yes, it has a header. So I preview the data. It shows me where do I want to put the data. I want to put it in table. I want to show you what I mean. And click OK. Then I click on browse data, and then the table one. So these are my data here. The rest of the tables are empty because I haven't imported anything, or I haven't entered anything there. So my data is there. After I enter data, I have to set up my subplots. Means how many plots how many subplots I do want to have here in my plot. So if you click on that, assume I want to have one row and two, for example, columns. And in case that you have some question, you can come here, click on help, and click on subplot example. It show you these examples of, for example, here I have the three subplots in the plot. So it has the one, 3 row and 2 columns. So you can get some help there. Again, here assume I want to have 1 row and 2 columns, and I click OK. So I have 2 plots sitting here. Then I can click here on line, either click line here, or I can click line here, and said, okay, in which of these two do you want to plot? So I want to plot on the left one, so it's 1 and 1, and then I choose the data I want to plot from, and then it says, okay, what's your X data? So it's going to be my Y data. Everything else okay, I plot it, so it plotted for me. And assume I want to add something here, I will click on the line again. Assume it's the line. So said which one of these you want to select. So then the first row, second column. So on the first row, second column, I want to plot there. so it shows there. So the data, and then I want to plot this one, for example, and the color, assume this time I want to use this color, and it will plot it, so it will plot it there. Then assume I want to do some customization here. Either I can use this toolbar here, I can come here and choose any of them. For example, assume I want to change the X to frequency, so I click on the F and say which one do you want, although the first one, so I click on that and say okay, it's going to be F and it's in Hertz, and that's okay. And then the second one, say again, I click on that, then I want to do for the second one, there's only one, so the second one, again, frequency Hertz, and we'll leave the rest on type. You can change any of them as well if you want. So it's there. So I have the Y value here. I want to change that. So for the left one, so it is assume it's SYY, so it's a power spectrum. And this one I want to get rid of that. So again, I click here for the second one. I don't want anything there. I click there. That's there. And assume I want, for example, to add grid line to this one. So I click on that, and you choose any of them anywhere you want, and then you can add the grid line there. So you can customize any of them here if you wanted to do that. If you want to customize the plot itself, so you can come here. So for example, I select that one, edit object, and assume I want to change the color of that to red, so I click OK and click OK, so it's going to be changed. Or again, for example, I assume I want to make that thicker, so I edit object, for example, line width, I assume I want it to be 2, click OK, so I make it thicker. So you can either select the object here and edit it, or do some customization here, and then you have your plot there. You can either use any of these plot, or you can, for example, here if you click on the histogram, it will calculate histogram, draw histogram for you. If you click on that, do the power spectrum or fast Fourier spectrum and draw it for you. Or here on the map, it will do the map for you. So let me show you how it works. For example, I will assume I have a new plot, say yes, then I set out plot, say yes, so only I need one, and then I will come here and say okay, plot the world map, and assume I don't want the coastline, don't want the boundary line, don't want river ones, I don't want anything, I just need the map itself. And I will click OK, and it will draw it for me. And then if I want to customize, for example, I click here, assume I only want the positive longitude, and also I only want the positive latitude. So it's gonna create it like that, the map for me. Similarly, I could have add, for example, here again, world map. I have to set up the subplots here first. Just one world map, and assume I want to have, for example, the boundary line through, so I can see the countries, and then I can plot it, and it will plot it like that for me. I can use any of these toolbar here, so if I need to, for example, zoom in to see what's happening, so I can use that, or do some customization from any of that toolbar as well if I need to. For the help also, if this is, as the previous says, you can see the layout. If you want to see any of the color map available for the plotting, you want to see how they look, so you can click on that and it will open the window and show you those color maps in case that you want. So this is the general overview of the version 1.1 of the AsanPlot. I hope it helps.